We have commentators laughing at this.
Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it blocked.
They realized that they were laughing and then quickly stopped themselves like, oh, I can't laugh. I'm live right now. I can't laugh. I'm live right now. Let me get real serious.
The basketball world is witnessing yet another puzzling chapter in what's quickly becoming one of the most confusing endorsement deals in recent memory. Angel Reese continues to make headlines, not always for the right reasons, as her highlight reels leave more commentators sighing in silence than scrambling for the replay button. And with her signature Reebok sneakers set to hit the shelves in 2026, the whispers are getting louder. Behind closed doors, industry insiders are already questioning if this might go down as the most costly misstep since someone greenlit the XFL.
The Washington Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot, stir the pot. Keep cooking, Sonia. That was a show. She put on a flat-out show versus Angel Reese in the Chicago Sky. Boy, did they ruin Angel Reese's homecoming.
When Angel Reese steps onto the court, statisticians across the country brace themselves, and not out of excitement. In her sophomore season, she's managed to accomplish something genuinely baffling, connecting on just 31.5% of her layup attempts, despite taking the third most in the entire league. Let that sink in. We're talking about a 6'3" professional athlete consistently missing shots that high school GV players make with ease. It's not just concerning, it's historically inefficient, and it's raising serious questions about her development and role moving forward.
The Chicago Bravado once again got their ass kicked. Angel Reese was so bad last night, the announcers calling the game, they were laughing at her performance. Check out some highlights for yourself. Well, KC, you always do this. You select a couple of bad plays and try to convince us that Angel Reese isn't a superstar.
Angel Reese's struggles around the rim have reached a level of inefficiency that borders on statistical absurdity, turning her into an unintentional comedy reel on some nights. One unforgettable moment came against the New York Liberty, when she missed 4 straight putback attempts in just 12 seconds, 2 of which were blocked. The clip spread across the internet like wildfire, but not for any highlight-worthy reason. Instead, it became a viral case study in how to turn a routine basketball play into something resembling performance art, awkward, relentless, and impossible to look away from.
This was an epic embarrassment, bro. Remember, this is a pro basketball player. Won a national championship. Their calling card they'd like to hang over is she beat Caitlin Clark. Remember that. Watch this.
Also with the miss, Angel Reese picks it up, what she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Are you serious, guys?
Angel Reese's overall field goal percentage this season sits at a seemingly respectable 44.4%. On the surface, that might raise some eyebrows in a good way, but dig even slightly deeper, and the illusion crumbles. Nearly all of her attempts come from point-blank range, where most pros convert at a near-automatic 70 to 80%. Somehow, Reese has managed to turn the most basic shot in basketball, a layup, into a 50-50th gamble.
Spin cycle, the Angel Reese face up. Oh, here we go. Oh, snap. Cook up. Crossover. Crossover right to the rack. And but we got our own rebound. Beautiful. We got our own offensive rebound. Here we go again. A little bit of travel action in there. And we missed another. But don't worry. We grabbed our second rebound. Let me just posture up real quick. Talk my ish. You can't guard me. Point forward, Angel Reese.
Perhaps the clearest sign of how dire Reese's shooting woes have become is the reaction from the people whose job is to make everything sound exciting. NBA and WNBA commentators are seasoned pros. They can turn a routine free throw into a Shakespearean climax. But when Angel Reese drives to the rim, even the most enthusiastic voices in the booth start to hesitate, their tone shifting from hype to horror as they brace for yet another missed bunny.
With her dominant performances in June, she earned her All-Star selection. But these aren't just a couple of bad plays. These aren't bloopers. These aren't rare moments. This is the norm. The same thing happened last week when the Chicago Bravado got their ass kicked by the Minnesota Lakers. I don't have to convince you that Angel Reese has no impact on winning. Just look at her record, look at her resume in the WNBA.
If you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe. In a recent game, after yet another baffling missed layup, one commentator couldn't help but chuckle on air. This wasn't the lighthearted laugh that follows a rare blooper. No, this was the audible sigh of a professional grappling with disbelief. When the people paid to hype your every move start laughing at your shot attempts, you've entered a zone most athletes never come close to, the realm of unintentional comedy. The internet, of course, has taken notice. Her missed layups have become viral content gold, racking up millions of views with fans layering circus music, slow motion replays, and sad trombones over the footage. But this isn't the kind of fame that moves sneakers. It's the kind that makes marketing teams question their career paths.
Inside, and Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it, blocked.
We go through All-Star break, we come back, 9 turnovers. We sit out with a back injury, we come back, can't make a fundamentally sound layup. Maybe they rushed you back from injury. Tyler Marsh, did you rush her back from injury? Tyler Marsh, I'm looking at...
While individual struggles can sometimes be masked on a winning team, Angel Reese's issues are amplified by the Chicago Sky's spectacular failure to win basketball games. Sitting at 7-21, the Sky have paired Reese's shooting woes with team-wide dysfunction that would embarrass a recreational league. They're currently on an 8-game skid, and perhaps most tellingly, they've gone 0-5 in games without Reese due to her recent back injury. It's created a bizarre paradox: the team can't win with her, but somehow looks even worse without her. It's like complaining about a broken air conditioner while the entire house is on fire.
I'm no expert in math, but it looks like Angel Reese wins 1 out of every 3 games. If I remember correctly, Angel Reese has beaten a team with a winning record once this season. So you tell me how Angel Reese impacts win.
Coach Tyler Marsh has done his best to stay upbeat, but even his most polished remarks can't hide the obvious truth. The Chicago Sky have built their identity around a player whose biggest highlight reel contribution is bloopers. When your franchise star is best known for missing layups a blindfolded middle schooler might make, playoff dreams tend to quietly exit the building. That brings us to Reebok, under the direction of Shaquille O'Neal. Reebok made Angel Reese their flagship signing, a bold move meant to relaunch the brand's presence in basketball. With her signature, she's set for a 2026 release. On paper, it seemed like a smart bet: young talent, huge online following, sky-high marketability. But as the games play out, what once looked like strategy now feels more like a paper airplane flying straight into a wall. Reebok CEO Todd Krinsky even compared Reese to iconic legends like Shaquille O'Neal and Allen Iverson, touting her as a potential culture shifter. The problem: Shaq and AI dominated on the court. Reese, meanwhile, is racking up viral clips, just not the kind you want tied to a sneaker campaign. Brand partnerships are about more than just who a player is today. They're about where they're headed. And Reese's current trajectory, let's just say it's a direct line to the bottom of the rim, with the ball ricocheting into the front row.
Who I went to school with. I'm not gonna follow people who are not friends of mine, but acquaintances, right? Again, you don't have to, I'm not gonna do that to you. But again, sometimes I'd be looking at their page and bro, you were fucking lucky. Cause I wanted to unfollow you so fucking bad, but again, I'm not no celeb, so I ain't gonna do it. But I low-key be plotting on niggas to unfollow me, just so I could be like, bitch! I don't even fuck with you like that. For real, for real. And a lot of times I be wanting to unfollow people because a lot of people don't even really post on social media.
Ironically, the most relieving twist in this unfolding basketball saga has come in the form of Angel Reese's recent back injury. While no one cheers for injuries, her time away from the court has offered a brief and much-needed pause from the weekly blooper reels that were starting to feel more like recurring nightmares than game highlights. The timing couldn't have been more convenient. Just as Reese's missed layups were hitting viral overload on social media, her absence gave fans and commentators alike a chance to catch their breath, and Reebok's marketing team a chance to regroup. After all, it's tough to promote a signature shoe when the only thing signature about the player is the number of missed point-blank shots. Adding to the serendipity, her injury came right before a scheduled clash with the Indiana Fever, led by her college nemesis, Caitlin Clark. Clark has managed to make the leap from NCAA superstar to professional standout, something Reese, frankly, hasn't. Reese sitting out meant the public was spared a potentially brutal comparison, one that might have looked less like a rivalry and more like a scripted mismatch. Think David vs. Goliath, except David's wearing a blindfold and Goliath's already dunked twice.
She had a good game, 22 points, 13 rebounds, but she shot terribly. She got bailed out so many times, throwing up brick layups, getting phantom foul calls from the refs. She did make 10 of 11 free throws, so that is good. 6 of 16 from the floor is not good at all. 0 of 1 from 3. She was a minus 11. Listen, man, Kiki Area Fan got the better of her.
From a business standpoint, the Angel Reese saga is quickly becoming a textbook example of how modern athlete endorsements can spiral into PR nightmares. Reebok didn't just bet on a player, they bet on a brand ambassador who now seems to contradict the very essence of performance marketing. The golden rule of athletic endorsements has always been simple: success sells. Consumers lace up Jordans to be like Mike, they rock LeBron's gear to tap into that championship aura. But what's the hook for Angel Reese's upcoming shoe line? Miss layups in style. Faced with this dilemma, Reebok has tried to shift the narrative, leaning into Reese's off-court charisma, her bold personality, and undeniable influence on social media. It's a smart play if you're selling fashion or attitude, but when your flagship product is a performance basketball shoe, the message gets murky. You can't convincingly market gear designed to elevate your game when the face of the product consistently reminds fans that even the basics of basketball aren't guaranteed.
Great ideas, wants to bring in talent to grow Reebok and like have people wear it again because no one does. So one of his genius decisions was this: fucking signing her, Angel Reese. If you don't know who she is, she's the queen of like fish out of water going after a rebound that she shot herself and can get in the net ever. She reminds me of a 3-year-old shooting on those little kids' nets and throwing the ball and just completely missing the mark.
Angel Reese's struggles might draw more sympathy if she were playing alongside a roster built to complement her game. Instead, the Chicago Sky have constructed a team that seems almost engineered to spotlight her flaws rather than conceal them. The lack of reliable playmaking and poor floor spacing has turned Reese's questionable shot selection into a recurring offensive liability. Add a first-year head coach into the mix, and the situation becomes even more unstable. Tyler Marsh faces the daunting challenge of designing a competitive system around a player whose most consistent output so far has been viral blooper material. It's like being handed a race car with square wheels and told to win the Indy 500. Perhaps the most telling data point: when Reese has been sidelined due to injury, the team's offensive efficiency has actually improved in certain key metrics despite their ongoing losses. It's a stat that quietly undermines the narrative of her impact, suggesting that while she racks up rebounds, her presence may actually drag down the team's basketball cohesion. It's the kind of paradox that keeps coaches up at night and sends front office executives scrambling to rethink their strategy.
Tyler Marsh has this point forward thing on lock. Tyler Marsh has this Angel Reese point forward thing on lock. There we go, pushing the pace. Oh, yeah, Angel. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. All right, here we go. We got an entry pass. It looks like it's going to be to Elizabeth Williams, and oh, goodness. Oh.
In today's algorithm-driven media environment, there's a case to be made that Angel Reese's on-court failures have paradoxically amplified her fame far beyond what conventional success might have achieved. Each missed layup racks up millions of views. Her baffling decisions become instant memes. Her every misstep fuels an ecosystem of sports commentary content that thrives on the spectacle of collapse. In this twisted economy of attention, Reese has morphed into basketball's version of a reality TV star, famous not for skill, but simply for being visible. For Reebok, this presents a fascinating yet dangerous dilemma. Do you gamble on an athlete who generates enormous engagement, even if that attention is overwhelmingly negative? It's a high-risk brand play. Viral fame rooted in failure is inherently unstable. Audiences inevitably move on to the next spectacle, leaving behind stale memes, unsold merchandise, and endorsement partnerships built on sand. There's a critical distinction between being memorable and being worth remembering.
Stop it. There's a dude on the internet who cracks me up. Or on TikTok. He's put together a load of Angel Reese clips. And it'll say Angel Reese part 36. And it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup. She misses. Bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest. And my whole thing is this, dude. She just seems as uncoordinated as a baby giraffe. Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
As the 2026 launch of Angel Reese's signature shoe draws closer, the tension surrounding the rollout is undeniable. Reebok has already committed heavily previewing designs, hyping the campaign, and positioning the release as a potential culture-shifting event. But culture, as always, writes its own narrative. And the culture forming around Reese has become less about basketball brilliance and more about bewilderment. Industry chatter is growing louder. Some insiders speculate that Reebok may pivot the shoe into a lifestyle release, subtly distancing it from performance basketball, a quiet admission that the connection between Reese and elite play has frayed. Others suggest delaying the launch altogether, hoping a break from the spotlight might dilute the string of viral lowlights. The most cynical voices whisper about Reebok quietly preparing an exit strategy. Publicly, the brand remains committed. Privately, the math is getting harder to ignore. At some point, even the most optimistic marketers and patient investors have to face a grim ROI. The Angel Reese experiment now serves as a cautionary tale. In modern sports marketing, a high-profile endorsement where the athlete's signature move has become missing shots that should be automatic. Reebok didn't just bet on potential, they bet on a persona. And in doing so, they've created a masterclass in how even the boldest brand moves can unravel when performance never shows up to the party.